Is your content marketing strategy just not working for you? You're not alone. 94% of B2B small businesses use content marketing, and yet most of them don't get it right. So if you feel like your content marketing has failed you, you might need to look deeper and realize that it's not content marketing but the content marketing strategy that might be failing you. So if you think you are falling behind with your content marketing strategy even though you can't figure out why, well, I'll tell you why. The first reason why your content marketing fails is that there is no cohesive strategy. Many companies today take the see what sticks approach to content marketing. They produce a bunch of pieces and promote them, and then they see what works for them and what doesn't. Now, this method in reality affects your momentum and not in a good way. So you need to ask yourself, without a cohesive strategy, how can you hold your content together? Remember that your content should serve a specific purpose when you make a content marketing strategy. You need to figure out why you are producing these pieces and what you hope to achieve from them. Here, generic goals don't count as they are almost impossible to measure. Such generalized goals include web traffic, social media likes, or improved sales. So instead of only focusing on these individual pieces, you should narrow your focus on strategy as a whole. For instance, you want to sell a particular product or service. You need to figure out what content you can make for that particular item. Once you have figured it out, start working on that strategy. Also, don't be afraid to utilize multiple media sources such as videos, blogs, infographics, and much more. If each piece is centered around a specific actionable goal, you can then correctly plan out your cohesive strategy and figure out whether it is working for you or not. Another, yet more profound reason for your content marketing failure is that there is no consistency. Tell me, how often do you post new content? And how often do you promote the archived pieces? Have you planned out a consistent schedule? If yes, well and good. And if no, it quite explains why your content marketing isn't working for you. Now, without a proper schedule, you might post 3 blog articles one week, then the next 2 weeks you don't post anything, then you post 4 blogs the other week, and after that, for the coming 3 weeks, nothing. Where's the consistency here? Nowhere. Although the real inconsistencies for you might not be as drastic as I have explained just now, inconsistency at any level will negatively impact your content marketing. You need to understand that consistency is critical because it makes sure that your audience is always paying attention. Do you know on average, you must connect with your target audience at least 8 times before converting. So the longer period between these touch points, the harder it will be to gather them or to convert them. So if it's been more than 3 months between your interactions, I'm sorry to say that you have messed it up and you'll almost have to start over from scratch. So one of the best ways to make sure that you are consistent is to build a content marketing calendar. This way you can schedule posts ahead of time so that you don't fall behind. That said, you'll need to have enough content to promote. That's where archived posts come into play. Create a buffer for your content so that you never fall behind. The third reason why your content marketing is not working for you is that you are failing to target the right audience. As I mentioned in many of my videos, marketing is usually data driven. And one of the most valuable data points is customer persona. So instead of selling products to a broad swarm of people, marketers find much more success by narrowing their focus to single identifiable demographic. In a worst case scenario, your marketing may be working on a different demographic and you might not even be aware of it because you are looking at the wrong audience. And this might be the reason why your content marketing may be falling behind. That is why if you have not narrowed your target audience, your content might be reaching different customers, which will definitely derail your overall success. So like I've said before, it is essential to align different pieces for developing a cohesive strategy. Similarly, you must align your content with target audience to make the most of it. Another reason why your content marketing is falling behind is that your content is boring. It's the harsh truth to realize that your content might be boring to your audience. Boring content just doesn't get shared or read. So for your content marketing to be successful, you must produce unique and interesting content. And yes, it is possible to create interesting, actionable content no matter what topic you are writing about. For instance, you are writing about history. How about an article on whether or not George Washington really had wooden teeth? He didn't though, lol. But would you read those? I surely would. Choose something quirky that grabs your viewers' attention right away. Just remember to keep your content interesting and readers will flock to your site. Also, don't forget that good content isn't always enough. Creating interesting content is only step 1 of your content marketing strategy. Your content should also inspire your community. Viral content or content that keeps readers coming back to your site should have the power to spark a discussion and affect their lives in a positive manner. In the end, just remember that content marketing isn't about creating a blog post and slapping it up on a WordPress site. That's just content. That's only half the battle. To really make the most of content marketing, make sure that your content must always be followed by marketing. Promoting your content and promoting it correctly is just about as important as creating great content. This is where a proper strategy comes in handy. In the end, I hope you make the most of the tips that I have offered Also, don't forget to check out my YouTube video on 5 best ways to earn money through content writing in 2022. The link to which will appear right over here. Here, just right here. Until next time, bye bye and happy marketing.